Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to kind of be answering some of those Authortube newbie questions so that you get an opportunity to get to learn a little bit more about who I am and what I write. So without further ado, Authortube newbie, some questions to get to know me a little bit better. My name is Jackson Arkenmore. I am an Isekai fantasy and sci-fi author based out of North Carolina. So question number one, what genres do you write in? That's an easy one. Isekai being one of them, fantasy, science fiction, and there will be some projects that are coming up that'll be paranormal romance, some thriller slash horror, and also there's a mafia on the horizon as well. So those are some of the things that we've got going on, and I'm going to continue to do that as far as projects are concerned, and there may be more as time progresses. Question number two, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So preferred writing tense is third person, point of view, and past tense. So I do, and it's usually limited, so it's third person, point of view, past tense, limited, and the category story is adult. So I don't write any YA. It would be borderline new adult, but primarily it's adult. 18 plus would be the audience that would actually enjoy the stories that I write. Are you a plotter, pantser, or a plantser? I am very much a plantser. I usually do a lot of planning out in the beginning for creating sort of like a book Bible to kind of get the premise and some of the chapters and the main events that happened within the story. And then I get to writing and, well, the story takes on a life of its own. And that's the reason why my characters tend to stray off script quite often and take me down paths that I wasn't actually planning to do. But it's just part of the process. Are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? Well, I am published, self-published. I currently have 2 novels out, and they're actually behind me right there. It's part of the Legacy of Echoes series. So it's Echoes of Sacrifice is book number 1, Echoes of Defiance is book number 2, and then I've got books 3 and 4 that I'm in the process of writing and maybe publishing here in 2026. And actually, we'll talk about that when we get into our goals video, which will be an upcoming video for you to, be looking out for. Question number 5, what publishing company are you represented by or use? Well, we created our own publishing company called Arcane Realms Press. And it is myself and my wife. My wife is Rachel D. Adams, and she is also a published author. And her primary things are urban fantasy, paranormal romance is the genres that she writes in, but she's also looking at trying to branch out into more fantasy and starting to dip her toes into sci-fi a little bit. So those are some additional things that are coming out as far as she's concerned. Question number 6, what Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Well, one thing you will not find sprints. You will not find any tips and tricks for authors. This is strictly a channel that's going to be dedicated to readers and fans of my novels. So you're going to find world building. You'll get some in-depth discussions around the characters that I write, the stories themselves to kind of give you a little bit of background. Planning on doing some reads within the stories that I've currently got published out so that you can be able to get them, sort of like creating my own segmented audiobook in a way. So things like that. So it's going to be more reader-centric than, helping out other authors in the YouTube space. Number 7, when did you start writing? Oh, wow. I really started writing right around 6th grade. I was doing poetry and some small form short stories, nothing prolific. And then as I got up through and started getting, into my adult years, my wife and we joined some various writing groups, and they started off as the Yahoo groups, and we had some MSN groups, and we created our own. And they were more fan fiction based, so they were based off of the Marvel Universe, especially the X-Men and the Mutants. We did a lot of writing within that. So I would write characters like Wolverine and Sabretooth were the two ones. So in essence, morally gray characters, a little broken, that kind of thing. And if you read any of my books that I've written, such as the ones right here behind me, you'll see that a lot of the morally gray, broken ideals and stuff like that are very much shown within those books. Number 8, what authors have inspired your writing the most? I would say R.A. Salvatore, who wrote the Dark Elf trilogy, and I really love that series. Brandon Sanderson, Joe Abercrombie. Yeah, I'd say that those are the primary ones that I've really gotten into and read a lot out of. So I'd say that those would be the ones that inspire me the most. And then Corey, more recently with the Expanse series, I've started reading those and trying to enjoy a little bit more sci-fi instead of the fantasy stuff. Question number 9, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you find the time? It is very much writing when I have the time. I have a full-time job, so during the week, from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 in the evening, I am very much tied up in doing my regular job. So I try to squeeze in a little bit of writing in the evening times, and then on the weekends, I try to schedule and spend some time with the wife, and then scheduling at least one day. It's usually on Sundays, what I call my side gig Sunday, in which I have time to write a little bit and also work on my web design. I actually have a web design business. Question number 10, do you type on a computer, typewriter, write by hand, or use a blend of those? Computer, exclusively. I don't own a typewriter, so that's pretty much out. And writing by hand is problematic for me. I have issues related to my wrist, and as a result of that, I tend to really start hurting whenever I actually write with a pen. So it's very difficult for me to do that. So the computer is the best one. And the voice to text is something that I'm looking at trying out sometime later on, but I'm a fast typer, so I'm good with that for right now. Question number 11. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of Authortube? Interacting. Being able to put out videos to let the people who are interested know about my process and know about my characters and the worlds that I build. And just being able to kind of grow the channel along with the writing itself, and hopefully create a nice grouping of people who enjoy what I write. And that's what I want to do. That's basically the reason why I'm doing this, is means to kind of put myself out there, keep myself accountable, and hopefully build a following of people who actually are fans of what I'm writing. And that is the last of the questions for this video here. So make sure to stay tuned for the next video. And otherwise, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we will see you next time.